Hello guys, it's September 3, 2020 and you're watching me, Nikki, you also known as Faces Trader for our Philippine market update. So let us discuss the Philippines. Your index is 5,772.86. It's up 34 points. You've got some winners, especially in the casino sector. Bloomberry is now 7 pesos and 5 cents. Let's take a look at your winners and losers. So take a look first. So we will concentrate in the Philippines, mostly on the top gainers. Your market value is 4.5 billion pesos. Advancers are 105. Decliners are 77. Foreign net selling continues to continue. 1 billion today, 1.1 billion. Index is now closing up. All shares was closed up. Financials closed up. So there was a surge at the end of the day to push it up higher when in fact the entire day it was kind of like dwindling down. So your biggest winner for the day is Bloomberry, 6.82% up. Your Aboitiz Equity Ventures, a conglomerate, is up 4%. ICT is up 2.83%. Aboitiz Tower is 2.5% up. Some banks, BPI 2.5%, Luciatan Group 2%, Globe 2%, First Gen 1.65%. The rest of the losers, we've got San Miguel Corporation, negative 2.5%. GT Cap continues to fall, negative 1%. And then a little bit down for us, SM, Meralco, Ayala Land, SM Prime. Let's take a look at their price levels now. Let us look at your stats. So in the most active space for the day, your Ayala Land is now hitting 26.9. This is a price that hasn't been seen since about 3 months. So let's take a look at that. It's a 3-month low. SM Prime is also at near the about 3-month lows at 27.95. Your BDO is steady at 86 pesos. Your Ayala Corp has pulled back to about 700 pesos. This is at least 15% down from 800 a few months ago. So we are seeing that Ayala Land is pulling down your Ayala Corporation. And SM Prime is also doing the same for your SM, which is now trading at 836. So will SM fall to 800 pesos or will it bounce from here? Telephone is still steady at 1450. Your Bloomberry is now above 6 and it's now 7. Used to trade at 630. Now it is at 7. So indeed, we have been seeing that Bloomberry at 628 below has been bought. And so this is just a proof that, okay, so while it was accumulated at about 6 to 630, now it's trading at 7. So they're up 10% from that 630 consolidation. GT Capital continues to fall now at 380 pesos. Let's see if it will consolidate below 400. Will there be accumulators here at about 380 to 400 range? Or will it go down further? So your BPI is trading now at 67.6. Good work for BPI. Your Pure Gold is at 51, still steady above 50. ICT is still steady above 100, and now it's bounced about 105. So we have been seeing ICT hit as high as 110, fell to about 9, nearing 100, but didn't fall to 100. Now it's 105. So Century Tuna is now 17.5. Even if it hasn't been trading with liquidity, we noticed that Century Tuna has been bought by the market due to the good numbers, their exports with coconuts. And now it's trading at about 17.5. Good move for CNPF. 93 million value traded. What a winner for Century Tuna. Century Pacific, I mean. Jollibee is 137.8. Your Globe is back at about 2,090. Your FNI is just steady at 133. Metro Bank is just crawling that 33 mark, now 33.5. GG Summit still crawling that 60 peso mark, today at 61. Manila Water trudging higher, 14.5 today. That 15 peso level, though, is still a resistance. Meralco didn't fall down below 260, now trading at 263. MPI is still steady at 329, supported at $3. Tito Telecom, 333. How high can it go? Mart steady at 3 pesos. It has been a lot of selling, though, at 320 above. So Mart could be just at that 3 mark, 3 to 330 mark. Robinson's Retail having a hard time breaking that 70 mark. We are seeing a lot of sellers at about 70, 69, 68, doing 67.95 today. AGI here at 618. Doing well at about 550 to $6, but having a hard time breaking that 650 to 7 mark. First Gen is at 24.70. You've got a range 22 to 28. Axelum $2, 2 peso 56 cents. Where's losers? Let's take a look at losers. Losers today are at least no volume on the losing side. Even if San Miguel Corporation is down 2.5%, very few sellers actually. Holcim is down 3%, 567. Actually, no volume on the selling front, no? Top gainers, let's take a look. Are there value traded? In terms of value traded, top gainers are your Bloomberry, 705, good volume, 167. Axalum, 33 million, 256. So not bad when it comes to volume. 7% though. But the problem with Axalum and CHP, we checked this out already. Good technicals, but fundamentals is a bit murky. So we don't know what's gonna happen, no? And then the rest, steady lang the rest. So let's take a look at each individual chart today. So in the terms of today's gainers, casinos really did a lot of the movement. Bloomberry. So Bloomberry from about 6:30 consolidation, now it's about 7. I don't think there is a significant news when it comes to Bloomberry. So I was checking a while ago if there was significant news. I think the news is the same since the last few weeks ago. So quite really just the reopening theme. So we have been speculating that casinos worldwide was doing well. And true enough, Bloomberry has followed suit. In the last 3 days, from about 6 to 7, can it hit about 8? So far, it is a good range, 4 to 8. Bloomberry is one of the winners in the Philippine market, and we think that that will continue to be so. So any drops now would be limited to about 6:30 for your Bloomberry. Anyone who doesn't have Bloomberry might actually wish to participate. Any drops or flags within 7 to about 6:50 or 6:30 could be taken advantage, whether it pulls back or does not. Now, if you have Bloomberry, congratulations for you. See if it can go to $8. What else? Bloomberry Casino. So did other casinos follow through? PLC also followed, but still little mark, 32 cents. Your Web, which is also a casino, has rallied in the last few days. So the casino sector as a group has been rallying, but Bloomberry has been carrying everyone. Your Ayala Land, your SM Prime has been falling down. This is, of course, quite a big low, no? From April, from March till September, can it fall down here to about 24? So Ayala Land, of course, is one of the bellwethers of your market, 1962 here. How far can Ayala Land fall? Now we know that there is a very strong resistance. We have been seeing that breakdown here at about 30 pesos, which used to be a support here. So continues to see some sell-off. Let's see. The first resistance would really be 30 pesos. That would be your rally point. So at 26.90, how low can it go? It can go to 24. It can even go to $20. But I would assume that people might actually try to check whether 25 or 27 here today can be a bargain hunting move. So just wait and see. Let's see when it can rally. But very strong volume on Ayala Land to the downside. SM Prime, let's take a look. Of course, the same thing. 30 pesos has been your resistance here. You have been seeing that breakdown. And it is falling down just like Ayala Land is. Can it go to 26 or 24? It is to be seen. So we've been seeing properties have been falling down. Ayala Land and SM Prime is carrying your Ayala Corp falling down as well. Can Ayala Corp go down 10% to about 640? And if it does, should we buy Ayala Corp at 640? Same for your SM. It is being thrown down. It's doing 836. Can it fall to about 800 or 760? So I'm seeing a potential 10% downside for all of these. So you might want to watch out for them, for us to buy them on that 10% drop, if it does. So maybe a 10% drop in SM, AC, Ali, and SMPH might actually one of the best opportunities that are to be seen in the Philippine market when it comes to risk and reward ratio. So I think that's gonna be my my end for the day. I'll take a few questions, just 3-4 questions before I begin my global market update. There's no questions, I'm also okay. There's a lot of questions, I believe. San Miguel Corporation got tax incentives, likely to get 2 toll projects, but still down. Right now, the Philippine market is suffering with a lot of foreign selling, as you know, 1 billion today. So the market will not follow any fundamental trajectory. It's gonna take some time. So there might be companies that truly are down 30, 40, 50%, sometimes 70% from their actual valuation. but it's going to be quite a long time for them to be revalued. So fundamentals might not be the only barometer for the stock to actually be valued correctly. There is a question: what is the significance of percentage weight and other percentage values under broker activity? Please use UBS securities as an example, no crosses. Personally, I am not quite a believer of these. I might be wrong, so I don't use broker activity too much. I don't look at that. Maybe for some people it's significant, but I don't really mind crosses or broker activity. Yeah, so it's not too much of a significant thing for me. If To me, what's important is the price and the value, like the valuation today, the values, like value turnover is important, the volume. So those are important things for me. Is Apex Mining at 161 a buy, hold, or sell? We are seeing actually profit taking in terms of gold. So I guess Apex Mining at current levels are being sold partially. So there's a lot of profit taking. We have noticed that APX at 160, 170, to me, it's more of a sell rather than a buy. But it's also a hold in case you believe that long term gold can rally. So I think that what's happening now for Apex is just healthy consolidation. So that healthy is profit taking. So you've got a lot of buyers, of course, here at 120. And of course, those below are even more incentivized, no? So right now, they aren't in the rush to sell it down, but they are also not willing to buy it high. So this is likely a take profit zone. Whether it breaks out in the next few months, it will take gold to be the dictator of EPX. So gold, of course, is trading at about 1950, also being sold down and taken profits from. So I think that Apex in the meantime, in the next 3 months, will be just a short-term profit-taking move. So I hope that that clears things out. It's a profit-taking move on Apex. Good afternoon. Do you use your research tab? Teka lang. Ay, wait isa-isa. Hi, Nikki. I bought Bloom. Finally, lumipad na rin. Congratulations. It was wait to worth. Congratulations. Thanks for the tip. Thank you for following Bloom. Waiting for BDO to go on a reverse. Agree. Bloomberry was suggested 6 to 6:30. BDO, yeah, we are suggesting at about 85 to 92 to accumulate, but we don't know when it will rally, so we might as well wait. Do you use your research tab or consensus target and consensus rating from WealthSec to your decision? Do you recommend it? I think the research tab consensus is a good it's a good opinion. Like you can understand like some research houses, whether it be WealthSec or other research. It is just information, but end of the day, you have to still do your own analysis. Let's say that they'll say, okay, this company X is really worth 100 pesos, but it's now doing just 85 pesos. It could go 60 pesos for all we know, right? Or it can even go 120 pesos. So their target valuations are based, of course, of their analysis, and I would respect their analysis. But whether that respect is really something that I would follow word per word, like if they say sell, I'd sell. If they say buy, I'd buy. I think it's really up to you. It's your money anyway. So you don't need to follow every research recommendation out there. And whether it's upgraded or downgraded, it's really up to you, whatever company it may be. Now, there's a question: how much do you think Cebu Pacific would rebound once we fully reopen? I think nobody knows really. Nobody knows when the airlines will reopen. When we fully reopen, it's going to take a time. But I'd say that upon reopening, you might see a bounce back to about 50 pesos, around 45 to about 55, or even at 60. Might take a while, maybe a year or 2 years. I don't really know. Maybe 2021, 2022. So like if you're accumulating at about 35, 36, of course it can fall to 30 bucks. We don't know, diba? So but might take time. So might about 2 to 3 years. If you can make 100% your money in about 2 years, good enough for some people, diba? So yun. There's a question by Alexa. What do you think of green energy? I know nothing about it. I think it went to $2, but I know nothing about it too much. So I think like this had a Chinese investor last year. So yun lang. Do you think that there's a buy on Friday and sell on Monday working? I don't know eh. In a market like this, maybe I'd say those things don't work. I don't know. What do you think of now? I hardly watch that, so no comments I don't think that there's a lot of money to be made in the Philippines. So maybe I don't try to focus on a lot of Philippine companies. Here's a question. Does triple bottom need to have equal spaces? Not necessarily. Triple bottoms can take 6 months, 3 months, 1 year. It could be spaced out in a month or so. So what you're seeing in a triple bottom example is the banks, right? So some banks and some airlines are hitting some triple bottoms. Example of a triple bottom, let me show it to you in the Philippine market. So you're seeing a triple bottom on Metro Bank here at about 33. So there was a support here at 33, and then another support here. Sorry, another support here, another support here. So almost like quadruple bottom. It's not meant to be equal spaces. So what we know is that 33, maybe after 3 months, we can go see at 14, then back to 33. So for now, as long as 33 is supported for Metro Bank, then we can assume that that is a support. Should it break that 33 mark, it can go 32 or 31, but at least we know that some people are willing to accumulate Metro Bank here at these levels. Same thing, of course, Metro Bank's conglomerate holder is GT Capital. We are seeing the same factor. Here, first bottom, then supported here. Another support maybe here at about 380 to 350 to 360. So I think like triple bottoms are normal for companies that are bottoming out, but we don't know lang talaga how long. Same thing happening for Cebu Pacific, bottom here, another triple or quadruple bottom here. So yeah, I'd say that that is a bottoming chart, and those are the companies that I'm willing to study upon and read upon, and even video right at 87, it looks like a triple bottom. We just don't know when it will rally. So yeah, that's the reason why I don't focus on green energy and now is because I think that there's so much opportunities in financials, in properties, in conglomerates. So like I'd be interested, let's say if GT Capital continues to fall, we know that anyway the Philippine market doesn't have a lot of conglomerates that they believe in, and I think GT Capital is one of those conglomerates that at the very least a lot of people have high conviction when it comes to balance sheet, ability to reverse in time, maybe about 2 years time, even if it takes a long while. I think like I'd rather park my money in conglomerates that I feel are gonna have at least a chance to go back to about 500 pesos man lang, diba? So yon. I think like you have to choose what you want. In the Philippines, there's a lot of opportunities. I'm pretty sure that the people who've traded Greenergy and now are happy because like Greenergy is what, $2? I think it was like 170 before. How much is it now? But yeah, so I think traders might like it, but I don't want to trade everything. So congratulations for those who have it, diba? The good chart, it moved already from about 60 cents. Now it's $2. It was trading at about 170 lang a few months ago. So these are a few of your winners, but I don't know how high it can go. Neither do I know how high Now Corporation can go. Looks like it has been bought here at about 1. You have a lot of sellers here at 250. Whether it continues higher or lower, it's really more for the traders now. So I don't like to trade. To be honest, I would rather trade companies that I would also love to own. So like the first question is, am I comfortable to own this? Should it fall 25-30%? Mga ganun. So iba yung utak pag investing or trading. So TFHI is also San Miguel Corporation, no? So I don't watch them. I don't watch them a lot. So like in conglomerate space, I don't really watch much. I know it's like 99 ngayon, 96 ba, San Miguel. So between the two, I think San Miguel has more liquidity. So between San Miguel and TFHI. So I think like if I really want San Miguel, I'll probably just buy here at 96 to 99, accumulate it, and then see where it really goes. TFHI doesn't have traded value. Pababa pa siya, 129. So I'm not really interested too much on both of them. Neutral. Neutral lang. Okay, guys. Thank you for listening to the Philippine Market Update, and see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.